For a lot of schools, if this was their charter class going into their Hall of Honor, they'd say, wow, now that school, that is power packed. This is maybe the 10th iteration of the Hall of Honor. That's not to slide anyone that's going in. There's just been so many meritorious honorees and achievers through the years. It's it's a great testament to the power of this university. It's about to only get bigger and better.
Do you have any interesting stories about any of the inductees? Any interesting stories from
Well,
them?
I feel like I know all of them as a fan. Case, I know the best because I've still been able to hang around with him on the NFL circuit for a long time. And last year, most recently, he was backing up Josh Allen at Buffalo. So caught up with him on many occasions at practice during the last couple of seasons. So, but Mike Booker was a golfer at Houston, left the year before I came to school. Simon Fletcher, the end of my years in school, was an underclassman, freshman and sophomore. Um, I know all of the stories behind these inductees tonight, but it's pretty power packed. They wanted to show everyone in the state of Texas about the class the University of Houston has. To put on an event like this, of this stature, and it really resonates. So she reached out and said, it's going to be 2 days before the Big 12 opener. Would you come? And we're going to celebrate the fact that we won the Big 12. And I said, I will be there. Sorry. It means a lot. I wish I could be at the game on Saturday. I kind of all along thought, I hope I can get a game in close proximity, an NFL game. And lo and behold, I have the Cowboys on Sunday. So I'm shooting up there tomorrow. And I thought, well, maybe I can get all of my work done, fly down, attend the game, fly back. But the Jets aren't getting in until about the same time that the game kicks. And I need to be there to do my job, particularly now that the Jets are trying to come out of this shocking loss of Aaron Rodgers. So I will be watching best I can. I'll have it on my phone, or I have it in my room. And, it reminds me a little bit, Chris, of when we were just entering the Southwest Conference. I wasn't there year one. I was at Houston as a freshman year two. In year one, Coach Yeoman took a team that no one knew anything really about, how we'd be able to compete in the Southwest Conference, and we won the conference. And we went to the Cotton Bowl. They took on a team from Maryland that was ranked second in the nation, and we beat them. Danny Davis and the Cougars beat them. It was an amazing way to enter the Southwest Conference. So, here we are going into the Big 12. I'm not making any outrageous predictions, but I can relate to how special it felt to go join a conference with that quality of opponent and the rivals and all that's about to unfold. This is the beginning of a glorious stretch for this school. And the conference, since we were admitted 2 years ago, has only gotten better. Commissioner's going to be here tonight, by the way, and the way he has put this together, the architecture behind the Big 12, the world is changing in college athletics by the day, but to be able to have Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado join it, and to see now geographically how these conferences are so spread out, the Big Ten with UCLA and USC, and now the ACC with Stanford and Cal, with SMU centrally located. My point of it is Houston, in a conference that now is truly a footprint across the nation. I mean, we're really well placed in so many different ways. The quality of what we've done for decades, where we are as far as stature in a number of our sports, especially at this point, our men's college basketball program. And then to know that we are geographically right in the center of this, in a gateway city, it's a good time to be a Houston Cougar.
Jimmy, how about an NFL question? The Texans didn't win their first game. CJ got a start. D'Amico's got his feet wet. What do you think? What did you see?
I think they're going to be, obviously it's not going to be what you want it to be this year. It's a growing process, but I think it's going to get to where you want it to be a lot faster than you think. They're in a conference where there's going to be room to grow. I should say they're in a division where there is room to grow. And I went back and looked at their game. Like I said, I was in the booth at Gillette Stadium, so all I saw of the game initially was what Red Zone provided for us. But I thought they played reasonably well. I thought it was pretty promising. I think they hit on their picks. I think the 2 first-round picks, they'll anchor each side of that team for years to come. And Nathaniel Tank Dell from University of Houston, he's going to be a force in this league. And it might be a lot faster than you think. I think by the end of the year, people will be talking about him. And he will be a star also. So the ingredients are there.
Jim, you were inducted into the Hall of Honor in 2002, I believe. So can you tell me?
Was it that long ago?
I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can you tell me what that experience was like for you? And then seeing these inductees, what do you think they're going to be experiencing tonight based on what you had?
Well, I think I cried that night. I'm not sure, but I think I did. And they put the red jacket on me. It meant a lot. It was a stretch because in 2001, I got to deliver the commencement address for the graduating class, and I think I was the first student athlete. Now, I'm using that term liberally because my contributions to the golf program were nil. I was deep on the end of the bench, but
You're a good roommate.
But I did letter. I did officially. I'm a letterman. I did letter for 1 year, and then they bestowed upon me that same year an honorary doctorate as the first student athlete to receive an honorary doctorate. Mm-hmm. So that happened, and then the following year, the Hall of Honor happened, and it's meant the world to me. The University of Houston follows me everywhere I go. People know my allegiance and my ties to the school. I'm talking about a sports fan in any given market. I've been around a long time. My career actually debuted 38 years ago today, on September the 14th, 1985. And I've talked enough about my pride of the University of Houston that a sports fan that's followed my career a little bit, they'll come up and talk to me about the University of Houston. And I'm proud to speak up for it anytime, anywhere.
And Jim, you mentioned your involvement with the University of Houston. Can you speak to just what you're going to be involved with in the future, and just I guess the appreciation that you have for the university?
Well, I think it's hopefully it's with me forever. It's a big part of my life. I can't say I've got plans to do this or that. I want to sit back and cheer us on in some very big places. One day playing for championships in football. It's going to happen. This school is going to be a powerhouse. I really believe it. And I said this when I spoke maybe a month after the Final Four. I came back and spoke at the Bauer Business School. And I said that if you could look into a crystal ball and say, what's the universe going to look like? I said 30 years from now, midway point of this century. I think Houston, we've just been talking athletically, but I think academically with our medical center and where we are again placed in the world and what we mean on an international level, I think we're going to be one of the most important universities in the world. We are going to be the best for the University of Houston is still to come. I say that without any hyperbole at all. I will tell you one short-term goal I have, okay? Because you asked a good question. I said goodbye for college basketball right here in Houston in early April. So I have a 6-week stretch off next year to do whatever I want with. I've been asked to do a few things here and there, show up and maybe be at a speaking engagement or this or that. I've turned everything down because I want to avail myself to whatever's happening for the University of Houston basketball program. And I will enjoy the NCAA tournament next year following them. I want to sit in the stands, wear my red, cheer, and watch Kelvin do his thing, which is greatness. That's my goal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jim. Honor to meet you.
No, it's an honor to meet you.